Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody.
How is everyone? I don't care that you can't answer me right now. Answer me later.
Or in the comments, like you're supposed to.
Right. Tell me. I want to
Tell
know.
us, tell us how you
I
are.
need to know.
We literally can't function without knowing how you're doing.
Right, exactly. How we're still functioning right now because you haven't answered yet, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How are you gonna
What
leave
a
us hanging
world
like
we're living
this?
in.
Right? Where Link and Seraphina are about to die because you just won't tell us how you're doing.
It's crazy. Can you imagine? Look, I'm gone. Oh.
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
um yeah, we're gonna be very judgy people today. I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be looking at some entitled people stories, and I don't know, maybe we'll read some things that I don't know. I don't think I'm entitled. I don't think I act entitled ever.
I don't
Who
think
knows?
you
Maybe
do.
we'll come across a story that like one of us does, and then we'll be like, "Oh my god, am I the problem?"
Maybe. Maybe we'll come across something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Am I the problem? Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
I was leaving work just now and went to go to the gas station to grab some snacks for tomorrow so I don't buy them at work because they're way upcharged. And she's like, "How are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm living, I guess." And she's like, there's like this one saying in this, I think she said like a Scandinavian country where it's like
Mhm.
something about like, if you're crying, you're still living or something like that. And it made me laugh, and I was like, yeah, no, I feel that. There's this person at my apartment complex who has a bumper sticker that literally says, I'm crying but trying.
I feel
And
that
yeah, I do too. I
every
love it.
day.
Yep.
Anyways, we're gonna start off as per usual. We're gonna do some little questions.
Some little things to get to know you. Well, you to get to know us. Yeah.
Right, we
Um,
know us already.
we do. Well, I hope so.
I should like
I
to
don't
think so.
I don't really know myself very well sometimes.
I don't know who I am.
Where am I? Who are
what?
you
What?
people? But yeah, so the first question that I have is, when you were a kid, what name did you give your favorite toy or stuffed animal?
um, I gave my like stuffed animals all kinds of names. I tend like, and I still do this like this day. Like I'll name things.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, part of my little story that I'm going to tell afterwards involves me naming something. Um, but I tend to go for like really out of the box stuff like Reginald, Archibald, um, like
Bartholomew.
no, I don't like the name
Oh,
Bartholomew.
well, it
Um,
tracked with what you said.
I know. I don't ask questions. I don't know. I trying to think of one specific that I had. Um, I don't know that I had any. I don't have any specific that I can think of.
It's the fact that you have examples. No, one of them is not Bartholomew, but can't actually tell me one of them.
Right? Like I mean, like I know that those are ones that I had. I just can't tell you what specifically they were. Like what it is that
Oh,
I named those.
gotcha.
Right. Um, I tend to name things after like movies and stuff too. Like my first cat, her name was Jasmine after Princess Jasmine from Aladdin.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
Um, because she was a black cat, so her hair was black like Jasmine's.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any specific examples of like a specific toy or something that I named.
That's
Like God,
fair.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna kind of agree with you because I remember very specifically, like at least two. what they were and what their names were.
Nice.
So I had this little like black lab stuffed
Yeah.
animal. She was so cute, right? Just like I love her. I think I still have her actually somewhere.
I remembered one.
Oh, did you? What is it?
My first Webkins stuffy that I had.
Uh
Did you
huh.
ever have a Webkins?
I don't think so.
Really? The like those stuffed animals that come with the little code on the tag that you go onto the Webkin site and you like put it in, and then you have like a virtual version of your stuffed animal that you like take care of and you play with and whatever.
I don't
I
think I
loved
ever. I don't
Webkins.
even think I knew what a Webkins was. I was like more into like Neopets.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
my
yeah,
parents got me a Neopet.
I had a little dog. His name was Bernard.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I had a Neopet. Her name was Aisha. That might have been her actual like given name on her tag though, to be honest.
Right.
But then the black lab that I had, so cute. We actually got a black lab and I'm pretty sure she ripped the eye out. But her name was Skittles. Don't know why.
Nice.
Also because my sister nicknamed me Skittles when I was younger. Don't know
Yeah.
why either on that one. Um I don't know why I named the lab after that too. I think that's what it was anyways, but then I know for sure I had this black, it was like a tuxedo cat. So
Yeah.
cute, like mostly black, and then it had like a white tip on its tail and like white little paws, and I named him Boots.
Oh my god. I definitely had a stuffed animal that I named Boots after Boots the monkey from Dora.
Really? Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
not that, but that's so cute.
Boots was my favorite. I loved Boots.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I have like a lot of stuffed animals. I have this like green unicorn. I
Cute.
feel like I probably named her, but I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, those are mine. But okay, ready for the next question?
Yes.
All right. If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say?
Um, I would probably accidentally teach it to call people bitch or something. Like
That's fair.
it would absolutely accidentally learn how to swear just by listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I would teach it intentionally, um, um, I don't know. Taylor Swift lyrics.
Ooh,
I
there you
don't know.
go. So this
I feel
question
like you could have
remind.
some fun.
Oh, totally.
If you like carry it around, you could like, I don't know. I feel like you could have some fun with that. If you teach it to say something like really out of pocket.
Right. Because it reminds me of like the videos that I've seen on like Instagram and Facebook. There's a couple of kids on there,
Yeah.
and they one of them knows like bacon pancakes, and it'll just sit there and be like bacon, 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 and it's really cute. And then there's another one, I can't remember its name, um, but it will. Let's see, what does he say? Oh, it just like it'll talk to you, like say hi and like be like what doing, and
Yeah.
like I think say pretty bird sometimes too. But I feel like I would also unintentionally teach mine to say cuss words, or maybe even just be like, I want you to know how to say fuck you, just so that like
Right.
it's double the effectiveness if someone's around and I need to prove a point.
You say
Like my
fuck you and then your
bird.
bird says it.
Yeah, that would be amazing, right?
That would be pretty good.
Like, how do you follow up with someone who literally told you that and then a bird says it too? You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my so we get
Nice.
to know you questions. And now our question to you guys: what would you teach a pet parrot to say? We want to know.
What would you name your pet parrot?
Wow. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of going the angle that I named my little dino in Genshin, and probably do like Puddin or something cute like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
Um, if I had a parrot, I'd probably name him after my parrot in Sea of Thieves. His name is Bernerner.
Banana. I love that.
Yeah, me and Janie and Juice, we had all played Sea of Thieves together, and we all had a parrot. And we put them in little banana costumes, and then we had Benini, Banane, and Bernerner.
I love that. Oh my god.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'd probably name him after that.
It's a good name.
I like to think so.
Banana. Would you get him a little like banana outfit?
Oh, 100%.
Love
Yeah.
that. Love
Okay.
that.
So you want to know what happened to me today?
Yes, I've been dying to
I
know.
was so excited. Okay. So, long, super boring day at work. And I go to leave.
Mhm.
And I walk up to my car. And I drive a Jeep, for those of you who don't know. My Jeep got ducked today. I'm so excited.
What,
But it
what
didn't,
does that
like,
mean?
you've never heard of Jeep ducking?
No.
I mean, I know it started in Ontario, so maybe it's just a Canadian thing. I don't know. But basically, it's this thing where, like, Jeep owners will put, like, a rubber duck on
Okay, that's what
another
I thought it
person's
was.
Jeep. Yeah.
How
And
cute.
I got, except it wasn't a rubber duck, it was a little rubber dinosaur.
Oh, cute.
Right,
So you
I
had
named him
dinoed.
Nicholas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So do you like pass it along or do you like just keep it?
I could. I have rubber ducks in my Jeep right now that I could absolutely put on another Jeep. I feel like the visible rubber ducks in my Jeep is what maybe led somebody to leaving a rubber dinosaur on my Jeep.
Oh, maybe.
But I also have a rubber duck collection here they're in a box still. I haven't unpacked them when I moved. But yeah, I love rubber ducks.
Love
So
that.
I was so fun. I've been waiting and waiting for my Jeep because I've only ever driven Jeeps. My first car was a Jeep, and now this is my second car, and it's also a Jeep. And I've just been waiting for the day that my Jeep got ducked, and it happened finally, and I'm so excited about it.
I love that. Did you take a picture?
I did.
Oh, I want to see it. Send it to me.
Okay.
I want to see the dino.
I'll post it on the Instagram as well
Okay, beautiful.
for everyone to see.
I love
Little
that.
Nicholas. He's a little dino.
Little Nicholas.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so cute.
Right? I know. Oh my god, I love him. And that's
Oh
all.
my
That's
god.
that's my poofy flamingo that hangs from my rearview mirror behind him.
I love that. I was like, what is that pink ball behind it?
It's a flamingo.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cute. Oh my goodness.
Right? I love that.
That makes me so happy.
I'll have to dig out all my rubber ducks and show you guys my rubber duck collection sometime.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what happened to me at work today, and I was so excited.
Love that.
Like everything's just coming together. I'm getting my promotion in a couple weeks. Which means more money, and then minimum wage is going up in October.
Ooh.
So that's even more money. And then I got ducked finally after years of owning a Jeep and not getting ducked.
Is minimum wage going up like a decent amount?
It's going up 65 cents an hour.
Oh. I mean, that is decent.
$16.55 to $17.20.
Oh, okay.
And then I already make a little bit more than minimum wage. And then when I get my promotion, I should make a little bit more than I make now. So then my minimum wage goes up. I'll still be the same amount above minimum wage realistically afterwards.
Gotcha.
So I should have a decent amount of money soon. I'm so excited.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
love that
now I have
everything's
to
working out.
now I have to find another Jeep and go and duck them.
Yeah. Shouldn't be too hard.
But I have to decide what duck to give them though. I love all of my ducks.
Oh.
Although actually I have two identical ones. They're twins, they're red sparkly ducks. I can give one of them away, I guess.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah.
I think
I'll
that's
take
a
a
good
picture
idea.
of whatever Jeep I end up ducking.
Perfect.
I need to get more rubber ducks. If anybody wants to buy me rubber ducks, feel free.
So that Link can go ducking.
I'll start a Amazon wish list of just rubber ducks.
There you go.
And I'll put it on our link tree that says duck. Nah, it'll just say quack.
Quack.
Click the quack button if you want to buy Link some ducks.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Click here to buy quack.
Right, exactly. Oh my god. I honestly, I did not register what you said at first. I was like, yeah, exactly. Buy us some quack. We'd love it. And then it registered half a second later, and I was like, oh, that's actually hilarious.
It is pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's just like last night during D&D when Chow said something about coming, and I was like, yeah.
You said literally, and I was the only one that...
You're the only one that laughed about it, and I was like, wow, okay.
Because somebody else said something immediately, like, half over you saying it, and I was like, oh my god, wait, I heard that. Oh my god, I cannot.
I was like,
last night was
it was so
crazy.
Good. I am so disappointed that, like, the experience went so poorly with him. But
bruh, I did try to warn you.
But, like, no, because, like, the way that it came off was, like, I rolled really bad. It was him that rolled really bad.
Right, it's his fault.
I know.
I rolled fantastic when I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was mediocre at best.
No, I know, but it was like I was trying to,
yeah,
be the one on top.
How the hell you managed to have him fall out of the bed is beyond me.
He nat one-ed it.
Oh, that was
I have no idea. It was really funny.
That was hilarious.
I was almost screaming when Kibby was like, I can make that happen.
Right?
And I'm like, wait.
Oh my god. And now we have a brand new quote in our chats, which I love that it's quote 27 in both of our chats.
I know. I love that.
I thought that was hilarious.
So if anybody wants to know what we're talking about, go to either of our chats and type in
quote 27.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It's
I cannot.
Hilarious. I really need to make sure that I'm like uploading all the VODs from...
See, I've missed a couple, so I might have to borrow someone else's VODs. I keep forgetting to download them. I think I'm missing the first two. I think I'm
missing one in the middle, to be honest. So I'm not the best at like uploading my VODs from Twitch.
Yeah.
Also because 2 weeks goes way faster than you think it does.
I'm missing the first 3. Damn. And I'm glad that I checked because session 4 is expiring in 3 days. So I need to download that after we're done recording tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Or export it to... Oh, you know what? I forgot. I can export it right to my YouTube private. I hope that doesn't slow down anything. That's okay. It's theoretically exporting right now.
I know, I'm exporting my stuff because I'm going to forget, and some of them are on 0 days right now.
Right, yeah. See, that's the thing. And, like, I'm probably going to have to borrow your guys' perspective for the first 3 sessions then to have them all on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to end up missing some... See,
because now I'm wondering that I missed the one from the 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think I uploaded that one. And that makes me sad.
Yeah, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7. And...
Yeah, I totally forgot to upload.
There's 8, and then we just did 9 last night.
I missed like the whole week from the 12th to the 17th.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm sure... I think Chow's been really good about it.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
But you guys have to go and watch our VODs for these D&D campaigns because it's absolutely wild and very unhinged. And long story short, basically, Seraphina and I's characters are just giant whores. But it's all consensual.
It is consensual.
Yeah. It's the most important part.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of weird shit going on, but
That is also true.
anyways, okay, let's get into some of these stories because some of them I feel like are going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Um, okay, so I'm just going to read the first one that's on the page. So some people want a quiet Sunday. Today, between 10:30 a.m. and 12 p.m., this lady came up on 4 people on my street, one of them being my husband, and tried to tell them they needed to stop mowing the lawns. Her reason? Some people around here want a quiet Sunday. The final person she told, our neighbor Joe, fake name. A side note about Joe. He is honestly the friendliest neighbor on the street. My husband and I joke that he's the mayor of the street.
Cute.
Joe had stopped his mower to talk to my husband while he was walking my dog. This lady came up to them with the same song and dance about wanting a quiet Sunday. Joe laughed and said we'd all be having one if you were at home instead of out here yapping off at people just trying to take care of their homes. My husband said he'd never seen a person's face go so red. She stomped off. Turns out she lives at the end of the road that leads to our road. We live in a cul-de-sac, almost a quarter mile away from our home.
Oh my God. It's not even
Bruh.
that big of a deal. People are going to be done probably in like an hour. Stop.
Right. And like, not even like most like yards in like even like in the suburbs are not that big. It shouldn't take that
Mm-mm.
long to mow it, really.
No.
If they're doing it regularly, it really shouldn't because it's not that long.
Right. Oh
Um
my gosh, that's wild.
that's insane. Like
Yeah, I'm
entitlement is
like,
crazy. And like some
right?
people have like homeowners associations that they have to keep their lawn a
Or
certain
you get a
length or
fine.
whatever. Exactly. Which don't even get me started on HOA stories. I see
Oh,
them on TikTok
no.
all the time, and some of them are absolutely wild. I cannot imagine living in um, a neighborhood with an HOA. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, no, they're insane.
Right. Like, who are you to tell me how to keep my house?
Right,
What if I
exactly.
want a purple house with blue doors so it looks like Sully from Monsters Inc. or something?
That would be pretty
Fuck
cool.
you. Right?
Get your parrot out.
I've always
Fuck
wanted a
you.
wacky color door on my house.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That story though reminds me of when I was younger and like living in our family home when me and Akuma were kids. And we're like outside playing, right? It's like a weekend at like 2 p.m. And our neighbor comes out and she's like, "Can you guys please quiet down a little bit? I'm trying to take a nap." And I'm like, "What? No.
Bitch, fuck
Close your
you.
fucking
Put
window
some,
then."
yeah, like, put some music on, put some headphones on, put some earplugs in.
Like, we
Just
were
get off your
genuinely,
high horse.
right. We were genuinely like not loud kids.
Right,
And if anything, it was like just, maybe a couple little smaller, like, I guess, outbursts or something. But like the fact that you come outside and you're talking about how like we're disrupting you,
right,
like, what? We're kids. We're enjoying being outside. If it's that big of a problem, like, close up all your windows, like, go to the other side of the house, like, whatever. I don't know. I was like so put off. I was like, ew, I have a terrible opinion of you now.
right, exactly. Honestly, growing up, I don't think we ever had, at least not direct neighbors, we never had nice ones.
Oh yeah, fair.
There was always at least one asshole
Mm-hmm.
that we lived beside for as
Yikes.
far back as I can remember. Like we had other like my brother and I had like friends with like other kids like that lived on the same street, but they were never in the house next to us.
Hmm.
They were
Interesting.
never our direct neighbors.
Rude.
Um, yeah, it was like yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I have a story
Okay.
that is Karen insults pastor's daughter and gets embarrassed.
Okay.
Which, this story I'm about to tell happened several years ago, and I only just remembered it after seeing said Karen at the grocery store. Small heads up, I've got a terrible memory, but the specifics are going to be a little bit fuzzy. For some background, this takes place in a small town church in the Midwest. I know y'all already have some red flags raised, but it wasn't all that bad. In fact, it was quite nice. Most of the people who attended there were really nice old people, and there was only a handful of people that were below their 30s. I was easily the youngest person there, and I think I was 13 or 14 at the time. Anyways, I suppose I should introduce the main character of the story, the pastor's daughter. Let's call her Samantha. I think this was around the time she graduated high school. She was awesome. She actually acted as the church's Sunday school person, even though I was the only one who attended, lol. But always snuck me a second granola bar during snack time. Sounds like a very nice person. A big thing to know about Samantha, she was a lesbian. I'm not kidding. She even had a girlfriend at the time whom she brought to church with her. Now, before anyone gets worried for her, she seemed fine. Nobody was up at arms about her sexuality, aside from the occasional disapproving look from one of the regulars. Nobody really said anything. I do remember one conversation Samantha had with the church bus driver, who said he was disappointed about her choice in partners, but that was it. Nobody spoke a mean thing about her. I know. God, shut up. That is until Karen showed up. No, you're totally right. Like, ugh. Anyways.
Continue.
My shut up was not to you. It was just the bus driver.
I thought you were telling me to shut up.
No. Like, don't interrupt my story.
Oh, God. So
I'm not
Karen.
that big of a dickhead. So Karen. Okay, so that is until this Karen showed up. She was new in town. It makes me think of Hairspray and the new kid in town.
Yeah.
Am I remembering that wrong? No, I'm not.
The new girl in town.
The
it's
new
the
girl
nicest
in town.
kids in town and the new girl in town.
Yes,
yeah, that's... Yeah. Oh, somebody is doing fireworks outside right now. I forgot tomorrow is Labor Day.
It is.
Yeah. If y'all hear random fireworks in the background of this audio clip, it's because they're coming out of my face. I'm just like spewing fireworks inside my house right now. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
I'm magical. Anyways, continue.
We love that. Okay, so Karen was new in town. She had come to our church around winter-ish. You know that stereotype about the super evangelical black women? Well, she was exactly that. Super loud, a bit obese, and wearing a fancy Sunday dress and hat. She was easily the most fancily dressed person there. She also had 2 kids, a baby boy and a girl in her teens. I wasn't really paying much attention to her, though I could definitely hear her hemming and hawing about something. Anyways, the story begins during service. Samantha had brought her girlfriend at the time, and Karen and her family was a couple pews behind them. Just before the incident took place, I was passing around the donations dish. I distinctly remember she was glaring daggers at the back of Samantha and her girlfriend's heads as she dropped some cash in the dish. The pastor, who I'll call John, was giving his sermon when the incident happened. I heard Karen screech, which scared the crap out of me. I think Samantha and her girlfriend might have snuggled too close together. I don't know. Anyway, the whole church fell silent in shock as Karen proceeded to go on the biggest homophobic rant I've ever heard. I actually learned a slur or two because of it. She was demanding Samantha and her girlfriend be thrown out of the church. The whole place was silent for a moment before Pastor John cleared his throat and spoke. I can't remember everything he said, but there is one part in his speech I remember so distinctly that has made me respect the hell out of him to this day. My daughter's sexual orientation does not change the love I have for her, nor does it diminish the worth that God has endowed her with. She is made in the image of God, as we all are, and her worth is inherent and unassailable. I don't know. Sorry. I'm getting tripped up. To suggest otherwise is to misunderstand the very essence of our faith, which is rooted in love, grace, and acceptance, aspects it seem you don't hold up yourself. Damn. Go off, Pastor John.
Oh, it's unassailable.
Unassailable. I don't know if that's what I said, but thank you.
No, I don't even know what you said.
I don't either. Something. I made it up.
That's okay.
Oh well. It was like he was handing down the word of God. By the end of it, everybody was giving her disapproving glare. Karen's daughter looked like she wanted to sink into the floor. The baby was crying, and Karen was legit purple. She screamed something about this place being a false temple, and we would all burn for defending this insert slur before storming out. I could legit hear her peel her car out of the parking lot. After that, I think the rest of the churchgoers softened towards her. I distinctly remember this one old couple asking Samantha and her girlfriend about LGBTQ stuff a couple weeks after this incident. TLDR, Karen screeches like a demon at the pastor's gay daughter. The pastor then proceeds to banish her from the church with a badass speech.
Good.
Love that.
I honestly wish that more, and you know what? No, we're not going to go there because I feel like I'm going to get canceled based on taking some of my sentences out of context. It's fine. We're not going to go there.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been yelled at by very intense religious fanatics out in the world. And I have no problem with religious people. You believe in whatever you want to believe in. I'm not yeah. Just because I don't doesn't mean that you can't.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need to be screaming in my face about it.
Right.
Telling me that, basically threatening me with your religious stuff that I don't even believe in to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, nah, good for them.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Karen.
Fuck you, Karen. I think I feel bad for her daughter, but I also think that it sucks when your parent is a Karen because
yeah.
It's so it's embarrassing when you're sitting there and you're like, I know what my parent is saying is really fucked up and wrong, and they're just making it worse. But I'm so super glad that Samantha's dad was so respectful while also being so caring about his own daughter of you're in the wrong place for this, and we're all about acceptance here, period. And I personally feel like that's more of how it should be.
Yeah.
But I know that it's not, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah. Some people are just terrible people. Yeah, they just suck.
But Karen got.
Right. Karen got God.
So mad she squealed her tires out of the parking lot.
I've always wanted to do that.
I've
always wanted to do the getaway car, you screech your tires and you peel out of the parking lot. I've always wanted to be able to do that.
Yeah. Oh, Karen's living our dream with that right now.
I know, right? Maybe we just need to be homophobic.
No, I'm okay.
I don't think I definitely couldn't, even if I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So my gosh. I'm homophobic in the way that I'm scared of gay men because I can't talk to them because I get nervous.
Because I'm nervous.
I have a phobia of them.
They make me all butterfly and nervous inside.
Right, exactly. Oh my god. Okay, this one I definitely have witnessed similar things to this, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I work in what is essentially a huge play place for children. There are no age restrictions except for one single room, which is limited to children under the age of 3. It also requires them to be supervised by a member of their group aged 16 or older, because we are just there to facilitate play and make sure everyone is being safe. We are not babysitters. Everyone, staff included, is required to have their shoes off when in this room. We don't want dirt, mud, etc. being tracked into a room where lots of little children are crawling around on the floor. We deal with a lot of people being mildly annoyed over these rules on a pretty regular basis, but typically they don't make a big thing of it. Recently, a mom came up to the little entrance gate to the room with her 2 kids. One was younger than 3, the other was very obviously at least 5 or 6 years old. Before I can even say hello, she is telling me, not asking, that the 5 to 6-year-old will be coming into the room regardless of the rules because she doesn't have anyone else who can watch him and her younger child really wants to come in. I politely attempted to explain that I can't allow that. We take the age rule very seriously due to past issues, and we can get written up for allowing bigger kids into the room. She makes a huge show of groaning and rolling her eyes at me, and then tells the older child that he can just go play somewhere else while she and the under 3 come play in the room, requiring me to tell her that she cannot have her kids off on their own without her. She then proceeds to flip an absolute shit at me. And this is in quotes. Every time we come here, I've been allowed to bring my older child in here with me. No one's ever told us that was the rule before, and so on. I explained to her that if that was true, my coworkers had made a mistake and I was fully expected to maintain the age limits on the room. She gets angrier and angrier and ends up goading her youngest into a full-on crying meltdown by telling him, quote, "This person is saying you don't get to have fun. If he's not letting us in, then we just have to go home because I can't deal with both of you." It all wrapped up with both of her kids crying as they're being shoved back into their stroller and the mom storming off, swearing she was going straight to our admissions desk to report me, and then she was going home to write a review. I asked around later and found out that she did go to the front desk to complain and was apparently utterly livid when she was told, "Yeah, sounds like our employee did their job. That room is exclusively for kids 3 or younger, and we do require that kids stay with their adults." She still hasn't left a review, though. I was looking forward to seeing my name mentioned.
Oh my God. Could you freaking imagine though? Because I know in a heartbeat, the company would also be like, yeah, we remember you and
Right.
you're dead in the wrong. Like,
Yeah. See, that's the thing that Karens don't realize when they threaten about reviews is that the people that work there, they can answer those reviews
they
and be like,
literally,
no, you came and said this. This is against our policy or whatever. You can't, like, fuck you.
yeah, they almost always have a department or a person designated to keep an eye on like social media
Right,
and like
exactly.
internet
Like, honestly,
listings.
I check the reviews of every place that I work at on a regular basis, honestly.
Yeah.
Just to see what's happening, because I'm curious.
Right.
And, like, if we get good reviews, great. I want to see if my name's mentioned, because maybe I can leverage that for, you know, a promotion or more pay or whatever.
Totally.
Or if not, I want to make sure my name's not mentioned in bad reviews.
True.
Which they never are, because I'm just amazing.
Look at you go.
Actually, that's not true. My name has been mentioned in bad reviews when I worked at U-Haul. By people that absolutely are in the wrong. So, like, if they're not, like, serious bad reviews, they're just stupid Karens. But, yeah.
Yeah. I think I had my name in like a bad review one time for like this really, it was kind of a shiesty company where like,
Yeah.
they overworked the hell out of us. And so
Right.
I just happened to be the person that was like helping this particular client. And they didn't like what had transpired or something. So they like drug me in with it. And I was like, yeah, okay. Sure.
Right.
Whatever you say in this Google review to make yourself happy right now.
I know what, I'm curious right now. I'm going to go look at my store's review right now. Yeah. Because I can.
Love that.
Excuse me. Let's see. Ooh, we only have 6 Google reviews. Okay. Let's see. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 star. 1 star, but from a year ago. I did not work there a year ago, so I know that's not my fault. 5 star and 5 star. Oh my god, we're so amazing.
Look at you guys go.
I know. And like, okay, this most recent one was actually a person that I had helped, not solely me, but me and my manager. We both helped her while she was in.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Scotland. Loved her. She was
Ooh.
so much fun. She took pictures and videos and stuff and uploaded them with her review of how like great and amazing all of our products are and blah blah blah, and how friendly and helpful all the staff was. And it's like, yeah, good, because we're good at our jobs, I promise.
That's
Like,
awesome.
she wrote like a whole ass paragraph just raving about our store.
Wow. I love
Yeah,
people like that.
right, I know, we're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right.
anyways,
So my friend doesn't want a 9 to 5, but won't work on their
uh
dreams either.
I was gonna do that one.
Were you?
Yeah.
Is mine now. But also relatable to not wanting to do the 9 to 5.
Right. That's why I was gonna do it. I was like, same, bro.
And also a little relatable on not working on my dreams because I'm so fucking tired from my 9 to 5.
Right.
Although we're doing this right now, so I guess I can't
Right.
totally say that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have a friend who I met online playing games. Oh my god, hi Link.
Right. Hi.
Relatable content.
Oh my god, yar.
Yar. He is 23, doesn't want to get a job, no driver's license, dropped out of school, and wants to become a live streamer but barely goes live, and when he does, it's for 1 to 2 hours at a time. Okay, first of all, why is this so relatable?
Right.
Like, not the driver's license or dropping out of school, but like the wanting to become a live streamer. Also, not
Right.
the time frame. Some days I only do 2 hours, but like, this is
That's only when we're like really
funny.
tired. Yeah.
Okay, honestly, if you had started this one, I would have been fucking screaming.
Right. I was gonna do it. I was like, this is such a mood. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so funny. He started smoking weed about a few months ago consistently and gets money from other people to pay for it. He claims it helps with his stomach and physical pain he has had for a long time, but to me, it seems like he is using it to cope with his current situation. He didn't go to high school because of depression and never could hold down any of his jobs for a meaningful period of time. I don't know how I can help him because when I talk to him about his life, he says he has it figured out and knows how to make it as a streamer, but he doesn't put in the work at all. He usually agrees with advice I give him, but he doesn't actually put any of it into practice. It seems like he doesn't actually want to do anything. Do I need to just let him be and suffer until he figures it out? Yes.
Honestly, like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's either going to get to the breaking point of, like, I'm finally going to do it and I need to stop mooching, or there's some people that just don't ever grow out of that, and that's just how they
Yeah.
are.
So I totally get the like, I really don't want to work a regular job. I would love to be streaming full time and like have that be my thing, but
Mm-hmm.
um you don't just like, you have to work the job while you're trying to do that so that you can still pay for life.
Right.
You think I
Unless you're
want to be
like,
working retail right now? No.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to be doing a 9 to 5 because, like, if I had the motivation with streaming that I have now, if I had this last year while I was unemployed,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have a lot more traction potentially. I don't know. You never know with anything. But, like, I feel like I would have pushed a lot more. And, like, I am still, trying to adhere to my
Yeah.
schedule.
It's crazy. Sometimes I've like just had the random thought in my head. It's like, what happens if I just like make a new Twitch and just start over?
Why would you want to do that, though?
I don't know. I don't think I actually would. I just, the thought has crossed my mind from time to time, and it's like, I wonder if I could like what if I started over, and what if that one does better than this one?
I
Because like,
mean,
yeah, because I took a couple of like longer breaks, like especially last year when I was moving out here and stuff.
mm-hmm.
I took a couple of longer, like a couple month breaks, and like, yeah, I don't know. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not gonna start over on Twitch. We're just gonna carry on. But Yeah, I don't know.
No, it is an interesting like shower thought. Like, what would happen? Especially when you see like some people like really blow up
Yeah.
with
Well, and here's the
theirs.
thing. Like, I know there are like of multiple things that are keeping my growth limited, and that's that I don't do really any social media presence
Same.
off of it. Right. Um, and I also don't currently have a consistent schedule anymore.
Mm, yeah.
It so like the social media is the biggest thing, honestly, because like consistent, like as long as you're like you can change the days and times that you're streaming or whatever, as long as you like announce and people know ahead of time that that's when you're moving it to or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But people aren't going to know that if you don't have any presence
Right.
outside of Twitch. So it's just, yeah, the social media thing, it's hard sometimes because like I went to school and like for um stuff that included social media management, so like I know to an extent what I'm doing with it, but at the same time I find myself with a limited amount of time and motivation to do it.
I feel that.
Like I would have, like, when I have the time I don't have the motivation, when I have the motivation I don't have any time to do it.
Exactly.
It's a
I'll get the
problem.
motivation
Right.
while I'm at work.
Right. I'll be like at work and I'll be like thinking like the gears are turning and I was like, oh my god, I should totally do this for like all these posts and like
Yep.
whatever, like a TikTok series or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then by the time I get home, it's either I've already forgotten all about it or I've lost the motivation since I came home from work.
Yeah. Like I'll
Yeah.
get it in the middle of the
It's a
day at
problem.
work and I'm like, oh my God, this is an amazing idea. I write it
Yeah.
down and then I get home and I'm like, I'm so tired.
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
want to move.
Especially when you get the like ideas and motivation at like the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
And then you're at work for like 4 or 5 more hours and you're like,
Right.
okay, cool. I
Yeah.
love that.
It's yeah. If any of you have suggestions for how we can be better, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because right now we on the struggle bus,
A little bit, yeah.
just a little bit, but that's okay.
He's fine.
We'll get off the bus eventually,
Yeah.
maybe someday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna do this one mostly because I think the title is funny.
Okay.
It says my mom's story. If you're gonna get sassy with me, young lady, you can just move out anytime. So, love that because that's
Yep.
something I would say. Well,
Same.
not that move out anytime. I would just like be like, yeah,
You're gonna get sassy.
I just love the word sassy.
Me too. I used to have a necklace with sassy on it. And I
Yeah.
was so excited about it. And my dad was like, ha ha, if you take off the first S, it's assy.
Oh my god.
I was so upset.
That sounds like exactly like something that your dad would say. I can't even. Oh my god.
It's like really funny when I think about it now. Because like I'll randomly find the necklace again and I'm like, assy. And like, like
Right.
it's genuinely funny. But yeah, no. It's a fun little memory I've got.
All right. So we're going back to 1979. My mom is 16 at the time, living at home with a household of 10. Her 2 parents, 4 siblings, and the other 4 are adult relatives. My grandma's husband made a decent bit of money at the factory. Meanwhile, her relatives brought in some money too. So at the time, no one was hurting for money. My mom had just been newly hired to the Golden Arches. I'm assuming that means McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. My mom caught on to her work and had a strong work ethic. She balanced her schoolwork, friends, family, commitments, and never let her grades fall. When my mom got her first paycheck, she was excited. She had plans she was making. Being near the 80s, she had 8 tracks, tapes, and records on her mind. She was a happy teenager till she got home. Essentially, upon announcing her first paycheck, my grandma took my mom aside and said, "Hey, I know you're excited, but I need you to help out with the household expenses." My mother made a dreading noise. She voiced, "But Mom, what about the senior trip in 2 years?" And I wanted to have fun with the money I earned. But her mother went stern. "I know, but we need to think of the family and the household." My grandmother eventually guilt-tripped my mother into signing over her check to her. Before going further, minimum wage was $2.90 at the time, so her paychecks were in the $118 to $127 range. Still, that was a lot in the 70s and 80s for a young teen. My grandmother, seeing the disappointment in her daughter's face, says this tidbit: "I'll tell you what, my bank has these huge interest rates going on, thinking I can put half your paycheck into an account. You can collect your rainy day money later." My mom thought it was a good enough deal. My grandmother was even nice enough to give Mom $5 as her allowance.
Ew.
After a year of signing her money over, my mom wanted to see what she'd put together so far. Grandmother refused to show her the accounts. My mom became a little suspicious of her mother, but still had some faith in her. That became shattered when my mother, 6 months later, found out what was really going on. My mom found a monthly statement of my grandmother's no special account existed. Mom confronted her mother. Grandma took her aside and essentially admitted, "Your adult siblings aren't doing well. I wanted to send them care packages each week, more like cash in envelopes, not literally, but I couldn't get the details." Uh, or whatever. So yeah,
No.
she's like, yeah. So I split the money up between them and sent it. "I was going to pay you back eventually." Mom couldn't believe what her mother said. Mom was 17, nearly 18. My mom asked, "But what if I wanted to leave or go to college?" My grandmother interrupted and said, "I figured you'd stay at your job for the time being since you weren't actively looking for colleges or trying to do anything other than have fun. I figured you'd stick it out here at the house." My mother said something with some sass, which led to this line that brought on some kind of fight that turned into a crazy spat going back and forth. "Grandmother, if you're going to get sassy with me, young lady, you can just move out anytime." My mother got so angry and began packing that day in secret. She moved out to the couch at one of her friends' houses. My mom was more than happy to hear them offering her a full room. Now the crazy part. Mom got to keep her whole paycheck, but had to learn to budget and pay her bills. She worked overtime, but had fun along the way. She got 2 promotions as well. 2 years later, at that point dating my father for a year, she got an interesting call from the police. Apparently, a woman had been going bank to bank with my mom's information, asking if her daughter did banking there. The police told my mom, "This woman has your social security number, your birth certificate, and most of your information. She says she's your mother. Could you come down to the police station to identify her?" My
Oh
mom
my
rolled her
god.
eyes. My mom walked down to the police station. It was within walking distance, so no issue. At that time, there were only 4 banks, one being a credit union and one a farmers union. The cops shook her hand upon arrival and thanked her for coming down. My mom had never seen her mother like this, in a jail cell, sitting on the floor. According to the cops, she'd been demanding first information on her daughter and then demanding to know the status of the accounts. She became hysterical and walked out huffy. The cops picked her up. They wanted to know if Mom wanted to press charges for an attempt at fraud. Mom
Yes.
told the cops to hold off a moment. My mom asked my grandmother, "You could have just popped by my job, you know." She barely replied, "Look, while I was looking for you and after you ran away," and she couldn't finish her sentence due to the embarrassment. My mom looked solemnly at her mother. She had wished something like this had not happened. Grandmother started again. "Everyone was asking about you and what you were up to. The household is quiet." My mom had one question: "Why did you need to know if I had an account at whatever bank I was with? Your name wasn't on the account, so I don't understand." She didn't answer. My mom walked away surprised, in shock and disbelief. She held herself together. Mom walked out to the cop, said for them to release her, pressing no charges on the one condition that she returned the documents she had on her. She had no contact for 5 years. My grandmother had tracked her down by then. It's a small town and following her home. By then, my mom had her first child, my oldest sibling, and her second. And she was married to my father by then. She forgave her mother, and it was slow rebuilding the relationship and the trust. It took slow, and my mom became close to her mother again up until her death in the 2000s. That's kind of crazy.
That's wild. I'd be so upset.
Right?
Also, like such a like similar history with my mom,
Yeah.
where like me and Akuma worked. Like my mom would have us do jobs
Yeah.
to help her job, and we would like get paid like minimum wage and like work a certain amount of hours to like limit like $600 a year, so that we
Yeah.
didn't have to pay taxes on it. Whatever. Like that's just how she did it.
Right.
She took all of the money that we got from that. Never got like any of it really.
Yeah.
And then like in my parents' divorce, she told my dad that he should pay it back. Like that's
What
what
the
they
fuck?
yeah, no, it's absolutely fucking nutty. Like I don't understand what goes through her mind of like how that was appropriate where she was, and then she also like stashed money away from her
Yeah.
job while they were like going to be in the process of getting divorced, because she knew it was probably going to happen, but like they hadn't started filing or anything. So she
Right.
would pull out extra cash while like doing grocery shopping, and then would
Yeah.
like she accumulated a shit ton of money. And the moment that she finally like stopped being a crazy psycho in the divorce is when it started to get to threatening to split assets, where her retirement fund was going to be looked into. And then she was like, "Oh, just kidding. Okay, I'll settle."
All right
Because
then.
she drug it out for so long, petty as hell. Literally, like listed on there as like a marital asset, a spatula that I got my dad for
Oh
Christmas
my!
one year.
You got your dad a
But
spatula?
well, he liked to cook a lot. Okay,
Okay.
maybe he. I don't know if he really
Sorry,
liked to cook, but
that's
he was
such a
like,
random gift. Oh, yeah, I got my dad a spatula for Christmas this year.
it was like
It's
one of
just
many items. But like
yeah,
our dad would
that's
always
fair.
like be the one to cook breakfast, like, you know, pancakes and all the things, the works. Like Sunday morning breakfast was a lot of fun for that.
Yeah.
And like he would make amazing food. My dad's a really good cook. Like amazing. And so I was like, "Oh, I love dad's cooking, and so like I'm going to get him something really nice so that like
Right.
it's a bit more enjoyable for him, because some of our stuff was getting older, or like, you know, stuff isn't like as non-stick." So it was this really cool like long, almost like it was like a fish spatula but
Cool.
like multi-purpose. I
Yeah.
got it. I got it for my dad. And my
Nice.
mom listed it in the fucking divorce that
Oh
she
my
wanted
god.
it. Like, what a fucking psycho. Sorry, I could go on really far about that one, but like, that isn't that fucking nuts? And then she even stole all of his fucking comic books because he had a whole collection from when he was a
Yeah.
teenager and shit. She took all of them with her. And then when they demanded for her to give them back to him because they were obviously fucking his, she had taken all of like the first editions out, and then he's like, "Well, I can't prove it because I didn't have like an actual inventory of them, but I know that they're gone. I can see that
Yeah.
they're gone."
It's crazy.
Yeah. And this is kind of why, like, even at this point where my mom's trying to like rebuild a relationship, I don't have a lot of compassion or desire to,
Tell her to give the
because
spatula back.
I know, well, we still have it, but well, my
Yeah.
dad has it, but
Tell her to get you a new one.
right. If you're gonna be petty about a spatula, but like there's no accountability on her end that like she was even being crazy. She
Yeah.
fully believes that she was like a victim of like, she fully believes that my dad was cheating on her and she was justified in everything that she did.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about entitled people, is that they think that they're always justified and always in the right, even though
Mm-hmm.
they're 9 times out of 10 wrong.
Yeah.
9.5 times out of 10 wrong. 9.9 times out of 10 wrong. um, basic, like, yeah, and honestly, I like hate people with almighty entitled attitudes. Like,
Yeah.
bitch,
I
you're not all that in a bag of chips. Go
No.
home.
I'd honestly like, if I was OP in that particular situation, I don't know if I would have been able to like rebuild a relationship with mom.
Right, because it never
Because, like,
says like if she ended up paying back what she
was
took from
taken.
her.
And
Right,
it's the fact that she lied to her. That's so huge to me
right.
that, like, that's inexcusable.
Bitch, I would have pressed charges.
If okay, so if mom had come up and was like, "Hey, money's kind of tight and your, like, siblings aren't doing super great. Is it at all possible that I utilize your income for the moment to, like, help them a little?
Right.
Because I can't." I feel like it puts it in OP's court of, like, hey, this is that actual intention of it, not lying to you. And then also trying to hunt down her account later. How fucking, like, the
Right.
audacity to try and go find your daughter's account to take the money out to give to your other kids. I'm sorry, do fucking better, because obviously one of
Absolutely
your
insane.
kids did fine and is
Right.
doing their own thing, and then to say that she ran away when you told her to fucking leave, basically,
Right.
that's
Exactly. I
crazy.
can't.
Oh my god. It's, like, actually almost maddening, like, hearing some of these stories where, like, it makes me so irate of, like, I don't understand how people
Right.
can actually go through their days, think that this is appropriate and that it's okay to treat their family, their children, their parents, like, anything, like, they can treat them like that and
Yeah.
not have to face the consequences is wild. Is absolutely wild to me.
Insane.
Makes me mad. Makes me real angry.
Yeah, I can't stand it sometimes. Most
Yeah.
times, honestly.
Yeah, because, like, when, like, we're hearing a story like that, you're like, you're sitting there and, like, you're literally in jail,
Right.
and you're gonna sit there and
Exactly.
still try and falsify what happened, and still try and cover up what you were doing, and still think it's okay to try and take advantage of your daughter. Like,
Yeah.
what? Really? That's the way we want to go with this?
Yeah. Some people, man, I just can't.
I don't get it.
I don't like people.
I don't either. I
Except for
really
you
don't get
guys.
it.
I like you guys that are
Yeah,
listening, unless
exactly.
you're also entitled, in which case, just don't tell me
If you
so we
listen to
can
this
keep this
story
relationship.
and you thought that the mom was right, what are you
Now, if you
doing?
thought the grandma was right,
Oh, yeah, if you thought the yeah. If you thought that the grandma was right, do we
you
need to talk? Are
need,
you okay?
yeah.
Do we need to talk?
Are you okay?
Are you all right?
Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. So keep an eye out on socials where I'm going to be posting this week the like I mentioned last week, we are giving away 2 trials to Discord Nitro. Super
Yes.
exciting. Tell all your friends. We're gonna be posting the contest rules and how to enter and stuff this week after this episode comes out on Tuesday. And yeah, since it's the start of the month, we'll kind of do that here. It's well, yeah, more details to follow. I'm also gonna post picture of Nicholas, my little dinosaur,
So cute.
that I got today on my Jeep. So excited. So you guys can see that. And
We love the duck.
yeah, just keep an eye on socials. And yeah, there will be more stuff on socials coming up soon, I promise. And we'll see you guys next week for more hilarity
Yep.
and whatnot.
Totally.
Cool? Gucci.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.